Hello, hello, hello. It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's football time. Welcome to a Monday Night Football Von Miller trade theme of the Big D podcast. Before I discuss the Von Miller trade, please subscribe, like, and share the Spunky Spectrum Sports YouTube page where you can see my conversation with Alex tomorrow and all my latest and greatest content available. Plus, if you prefer audio podcasts, you can check out the Big D podcast on Spotify and Apple, and potentially, depending on what happens, also see me on Twitch tonight. So, obviously, tomorrow is the National Football League's trade deadline at 4 o'clock Eastern, but earlier today, the Los Angeles Rams made one of the biggest blockbuster trades I can ever remember on trade deadline eve. They acquired multi-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Von Miller of the Denver Broncos for a 2022 second rounder and 2022 third rounder. And be honest, when I heard the trade, I'm like, wow, the Rams are going for it. I mean, to be honest, it's not surprising that the Los Angeles Rams are aggressive. They've been aggressive since relocating from St. Louis to Los Angeles. I mean, the Jared Goff trade, Brandon Cooks, going after Robert Woods, Jalen Ramsey move, Matthew Stafford, now Von Miller. It is absolutely not surprising what the Rams are doing. I don't believe LA cares a lick about draft picks because seemingly the Rams are having fewer and fewer draft picks. But yet the Rams are 7-1, kicking the crap out of everybody they play, and it doesn't matter what they do. LA is going all in for Super Bowl. They realize with a home Super Bowl in England this year, the Rams don't necessarily have to win it, but they must be at football's biggest stage with so many teams in LA, whether it be the Rams, Chargers, Dodgers, Angels, Lakers, Clippers, USC, UCLA, LAFC, the LA Galaxy. The Rams must dominate LA. I partially think Stan Kroenke, Les Snead, and Sean McVay need to dominate LA because they've got that $5 billion or umpteen $billion stadium that'll be hosting a Super Bowl, so they need the Rams there. Secondly, if you look at it from LA's standpoint, they've got a great offense with Stafford, with Dale Henderson, Sony Michel, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, Deshaun Jackson, if he ever plays for the Rams again. A really good offensive line. LA's biggest problem may have been pass rusher, but now you got a Hall of Fame caliber pass rusher. Oh yeah, and guess who the Rams already possess on defense? Aaron Donald, the best interior pass rusher in football, and Jalen Ramsey, probably the best defensive back in all football. Yikes! So now you've got interior monster, one of the best pass rushers of his generation, and probably the best cornerback in all football. Yikes! I mean, sure, is Von Miller what he used to be in Denver? Probably not. I'm not sure if he'll ever be the same coming back from knee injuries, foot injuries, and what he's dealt with. But in LA, the Rams don't need Von Miller to play every single down. They can have him in those pass rush situations because if you got Von Miller coming off the outside, Aaron Donald inside, and knowing Jalen Ramsey somewhere out there, whether he's covering the other team's one receiver or at the line, I'm not sure anybody will be able to throw on the Rams the rest of the year. Plus, you look at the NFC West right now. The Arizona Cardinals are 7-1, lost the heartbreak of the Green Bay on Thursday night. San Francisco and Seattle are really struggling this year, dealing with injuries. I mean, hopefully Russell Wilson will be back soon because, I mean, I love seeing Russ eat, and the 49ers had won yesterday, but was that Mahomes, San Francisco playing well, the Bears, that inept offense? I'm thinking the latter. So it's really a two-team race. And then you also look at the NFC in general, with the Dallas Cowboys winning a crazy game over the Vikings on Sunday night, Tampa losing an NFC South showdown to the Saints last night, Green Bay beating Arizona. The Rams need everyone possible because home field advantage with only one bye is going to matter more than ever. Theoretically, the Rams could play 3 straight home games. They could play a division round, championship game, and Super Bowl at home. Tampa only got to play a home Super Bowl. The Rams could theoretically play 3 straight home games. How much would it matter if Ellie didn't have to travel for 4, 5, 6 weeks? While a team, let's just say Tampa, might have to travel 2,500 miles. And we already saw in week 3 what happened with Tampa. It's a bad matchup. The Rams won that game going away. Cooper. And let me tell you, if the Rams played a conference championship against Tampa, Tom Brady's might have Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Jalen Ramsey to deal with. And even Aaron Rodgers. I mean, we know Aaron Rodgers is great himself. I mean, but I'm not sure even he could deal with it. I'm not sure Dak, even with a ton of Cowboy fans in the LA area, can handle those 3 defensive assaults. So I think this puts the Rams as the clear favorite in the NFC. I know people in Tampa, Glendale, Green Bay, and Arlington, Texas might disagree. The Rams have got everything you want. They've got a great coach, quarterback, running back, receivers, tight end, offensive, defensive lines, pass rusher, secondary. They've got everything you need to win a Super Bowl. If the Rams don't make a Super Bowl, I will be surprised to see. I will be surprised when the Rams don't make the Super Bowl. And now for Denver. Obviously, it's a tough trade because you're giving away a Hall of Fame caliber player. I mean, Von Miller's going to have his name in the Ring of Honor, and it's fitting talking about Ring of Honor because Peyton Manning's was just put in Denver's Ring of Honor yesterday. So now Von Miller is probably the next one in a few years. So obviously Von Miller's contract was up at the end of this year, so he was going to leave in all likelihood. So the Broncos got a really nice haul of him, 2nd and 3rd round pick. So realistically, if I'm a Bronco fan, I'm thinking, okay, now we've got more ammunition. Even in 2022 may not be the best season. I mean, Denver will probably finish 7, 8, maybe 9 wins. Even if Denver makes the playoffs, they'll be 1 and done anyway. So realistically, if I'm Denver, I'm trying to find a rookie, the best quarterback I can either in this draft or 2023. And I'm not sure 2022 is the best quarterback draft. I think 2023 with Bryce Young from Alabama, CJ Stroud from the Ohio State might possess more physical upside than anybody in this draft, but we'll see what happens. You also look at it from Broncos' standpoint. Some of the teams they play, obviously they play the Cowboys this weekend. They've got Kansas City, Las Vegas, the LA Chargers. So it's a little easier not having to deal with Von Miller every single week, but Denver has found ways of finding pass rushers, not just top picks, but a Shaquille Barrett with some of these guys. Elvis Dumerville was another good success story. So the Broncos can find pass rushers and hopefully contend going forward. And Also, now I'm looking at the other NFC teams, and I'm wondering what teams should be making a move between now and tomorrow's deadline. I think the Packers need a tight end or another playmaker. Robert Tani tearing his ACL. You you wonder if the Arizona Cardinals potentially make a move, especially after seeing your divisional rival get a Hall of Fame pass rusher. I mean, not sure the Cowboys make a move because Dallas is playing so well right now, and I don't think the Cowboys want to mess up their team chemistry. Plus, if Cooper Rush could win a road game in Minnesota, what would Dak, even if he's a little gimpy off the calf, do? And I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks add somebody, particularly to their secondary. They need defensive backs in the worst way. Probably a healthy secondary would go a long way in Tampa's Super Bowl defense. So obviously, a lot can change the next 20 plus hours before the 4 o'clock trade deadline tomorrow afternoon. But unlike other sports where like MLB and the NHL, NBA, we often see big blockbusters. It's not that common to see a Hall of Fame or Hall of Fame caliber player be traded 20 something hours before the deadline. So thanks for hopping on to watch me discuss the Von Miller trade, and I'll see you tomorrow.